Good evening. Here we are, the Master Stitch again. It's the 1st of December. We are 2 weeks away from the Ortona dinner, which is the one of the big celebrations in the Seaforth calendar, and I have an enormous pile of Seaforth kilts to work on. I wanted to talk about alterations, good and bad. I'm going to fixate on the bad. I've come into 13 kilts, of Seaforth kilts have come into my possession, which I'm altering, making them ready for service. The whole question of shortening or lengthening a kilt, far too many bad practices are being done here. What we have is a kilt here that's been ruined I say, by shortening it, by cutting it off, and they've done a very nice overcast stitch, but this is no longer the regimental pattern because it's the white line, as we see here, and not the red line. This should be closest to the edge. This kilt has been cut, and I'm afraid there's nothing I can do to save it. That is not issuable. The best I can do, I can hope to make a couple of tartan pipe bag covers out of this. If not, just tartan patches for the bonnets. If we want to shorten a kilt, we can accomplish quite a bit by just moving the straps and buckles. If we take the straps and buckle, the top strap and buckle, which are always at the natural waist, if we lower them, we raise the kilt. If we raise them, we lower the kilt. And we can get about 3 inches of adjustment up and down that way. But cutting the bottom of the kilt off is butchery. Don't do it. So enough with that. What we have now is a kilt that one of my old friends, one of the few remaining soldiers in the regiment who'd actually served with me, because I'm old, has brought me this kilt, which he's drawn from stores. It doesn't fit him. It was the best they could find, but it doesn't fit him. It's too long, and mostly that is because of the archaic measuring system. This was only made in 1978, but the archaic measuring system used in army kilts. They used to use the whole width of the piece, and it's no longer necessary. It never creates a good fit. So we're going to shorten this by taking off, 5 inches off the top. I bet, yes, exactly 5 inches off the top. We're going to reduce it to 22. The most extraordinary part about this is the ham-fisted alteration that somebody has done. This just absolutely blows me away. Where we see the original pleating here, somebody at a vast amount of work has opened up the pleats and sewn them together again, presumably to get more girth. But it looks ghastly. You could possibly get away with this if you were wearing your jacket over top. But as you can see, all this extra material is going to push up against the jacket, and it's going to look terrible. So what I'm going to do, we're going to be a series of short videos because, as again, I have no editing skill. I have no time. So what we're going to do is we're going to reduce this in height. We're going to unpick these seams and sew them back up. Fortunately, the box pleating here hasn't been touched, because that would be a very big job to press it flat, baste it, and sew it back together, or press it back together again. We're going to take this apart, we're going to re-sew it to re-establish that. We're going to let out the aprons a little bit. On the inside, the original lining, which is a good wool worsted, it's worsted wool, it's a good hand, it's a good texture, and it tends to keep the shirt tucked in. Unfortunately, it's a bad color choice because the white wool tends to show the sweat stains rather well. Inside, the inadequate canvas is going to be replaced, and again, somebody I think has resewn this, because this is exactly, I knew I could say that word, exactly the wrong stitch to be used, because these stitches are flexible vertically but not horizontally, and we need the opposite, of course. We need a bit of give on the horizontal line. So we're going to pull this out, we're going to shorten this, we're going to re-steek it, because I can see the steeking has failed. There should be a heavy reinforcing seam here, which we're going to redo. So shorten it, new canvas, possibly, hopefully recycle the lining, and a new elastic. And I've had several requests from people to show the procedure and how to redo, or how to install a proper elastic in a Seaforth kilt. Because again, this is original. And elastics eventually do fade, or fail, I should say. So we're going to redo that, and we're going to have the whole damn thing done within a week. So let's see how that goes. Thank you.